They were like, I'm scared of failing. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what is so scary about it? You have to focus on adjusting your mindset to take failure as a learning. I want to talk to you today about why failure is actually a good thing. When we think of failure, we associate it with like really negative connotations, and we're afraid of failing in life, right? I was talking to my friend the other day and they were telling me that it was their dream to become a fitness instructor. They wanted to start to create training programs for their friends and, wanted to kind of start monetizing it and pushing it out. So I said, oh, so why don't you just start posting on Instagram? Like, what's stopping you? And they were like, I'm scared of failing. And I was like, but what do you mean? Like, why are you scared of failing? What is so scary about it? And they were like, I don't know, just, if I fail, people will laugh at me and, it just won't be so good. And so we had this whole discussion about failure and it was really interesting. And I think what I learned from that conversation in tandem with what I've learned over the last few months is something that I really want to share with you guys. And I think it's really interesting because most of us have this irrational fear of failing. And I think it comes from when we were at school, university, you're told, or at least I was in my position, I was told in exams, if I failed or if I didn't get my degree, it would be all over, right? So straight away, throughout my entire upbringing, my brain is programmed to associate failure with such negative connotations where if I fail, then I'm in trouble, right? And what I've started to recently realize over the last couple of years in this journey of, trying to become a better person is that real world failure is not like school, In real life, if you want to be successful in business, if you want to be successful in gym, if you want to be successful in anything in life, you need to accept that failure is part of success. It's at the end of the day an ingredient to actually be successful in life. And what I've started to realize is if I can start looking at failure as a learning curve as opposed to this thing that will be the all and all, then it's just something that will actually be quite important to becoming a better person. You have to focus on adjusting your mindset to take failure as a learning. So if you decide to open up an Amazon business, for example, and you don't sell for the first 2 to 3 weeks, instead of looking at it as, oh, I failed, sit down, analyze what you've done, use your common sense to just think okay, so I've done this wrong. How can I improve on it? What things can I do to take to improve? I started a dropshipping store 5-6 months ago, and what I realized was it was really, really hard, man. At the beginning, I failed my first store. I opened up a second store and I failed, and I was really, really close to giving up because I was like, I don't want to go through this whole process of failing all over again. And what I realized though was failing is actually really good because fast forward to now and we're in May and I've actually got to a point where I'm now running 2 e-commerce stores through dropshipping that have now replaced my 9-to-5 income. And what I've realized in hindsight and looking back at what I've done in the last few months is that I have had to fail to get to where I am today. The failures that I've actually had are learnings that have allowed me to grow and flourish into becoming the person that I am today. And once you can program your mind to accept that failure is part of being successful, only then will you actually realize that failure is what you need to become successful in life. And if you have got to the end of this video and you're like, you know what? Failure is actually a good thing, and I'm going to start training my mind to associate failure with learning and use it as a springboard to eventual success, then I would say there are 2 fundamental steps that I would tell you to take home to implement on a day-to-day basis. And I promise you, if you do this, that failure that you currently think is so bad will lead to guaranteed success. Number 1, don't compare yourself to other people. You should only compare yourself to you yesterday. Have I been better today than I was yesterday? If you have that mindset every single day, you're only going to be able to grow. And the second and final thing, go and do something, anything. In order to succeed, you need to fail. In order to fail, you have to go and try something. If you have a passion for YouTube, get your phone out and record a video. If you have a passion for, getting a good body and going to the gym, go gym, evolve, watch YouTube videos, learn how to fine-tune your skills. And I promise if you do this, you will be successful. If you enjoyed this video and you felt like you learned something, do share it with your friends and family. And whilst you're at it, a like and subscribe would definitely help grow this channel as well. I hope you enjoyed watching.